Okay, so can you just start by introducing yourself? Well, welcome. And maybe you could tell us for this paper, why did you get interested in this topic? What motivated your research? So, Thomas, can I just stop you 1 second? Can you just go back and define institutional weakness? Because I know the term, but not everyone will understand that, and it's such a core concept in your paper. So, can you just define what is basically institutional weakness and the relationship between entrepreneurship, funding, etc.?
In hindsight, I may have preferred to spy on Android. I mean, he's such a mind reader. We're gonna do two of them now. Two Android marketers. They've already released like the specs for the second one.
Yeah, I'm realizing like I'm gonna be using this type.
Yeah, I mean, like I really like this. But like I found that
Yeah. So like the only issue was like they were well, I'm not sure if they like that.
yeah.
Well, like it's just like going through different like online if you really stuff or
Oh,
whatever.
and stuff.
Yeah.
The UIs.
Yeah. Okay, I'll see you around.
Yeah, see you. Next one is a solution. So that's more workflow. So let's appreciate it. So maybe we have our screenshot, right? So just show the screen.
So he said that he didn't really know
So you started to tell me. I'm sorry I interrupted, but what did you do, and what did you find?
Do you think it'd be like, do you think it'd fit in this scan feature? And as detection and then TDS, 3 steps. I don't know if that works actually. I gotta think about this process. Like, what would you want to see there? So this process. This is what I used to have before. So I used to have something like this. That was in the original one.
Oh, that's really.
Yeah. And this. So they want to see process. But maybe it's this. And then 1, 2, 3. Not 1, 2, 3. But scan.
I have this. I saw this whole channel where it's a bridge. So
It's okay. Yeah.
like they're doing bridge construction. You can start from 2 levels.
Oh, that's yeah.
And these construction guys here.
That would be a good one. But we can't solve structural though. But it doesn't capture that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like serious and obvious.
It's true.
And like this is when they found out. You know?
Yeah.
I think it's cool. It's funny too. Like I remember this slide from like when Spears came to high school and presented Jesus.
The picture's used everywhere, but maybe
Oh,
one.
bridge one? Huh?
Yeah, the bridge one, yeah.
The bridge one. See, he knows the bridge one.
Everybody knows the bridge one.
Yeah.
It's like a reasonable way to.
Yeah. Do you have it?
No, you can get it online.
Alright.
He says
I've used that.
That bridge one is everywhere.
Yeah. So like, you guys, everyone knows that picture.
Some structural issues. Well, okay, it's obvious.
It's like a. It's not a. It's just a. When you get the idea, it's not like an exact application.
It's like, it's so obvious. It's not obvious, it's so known structure. Everybody knows this. Okay, this is the last one.
Has everyone seen it? Right? Or,
I mean, like that's not, I mean, this is, yeah.
maybe so what do they have to? Would people who use this, what are they doing?
What do you mean? Oh, because it's a good source of, it's a good picture.
So what are the implications? I mean, maybe there's some implications for entrepreneurs in China, but also maybe implications for entrepreneurs elsewhere, and maybe even for how we organize, if you like, fairness, or in terms of grants or whatever. So what would you say are the conclusions from the research? Practical implications.
It's just really good picture. Like the one with the caption, the reading caption, the love of that. No, they're like, oh, this one's good. See, they're using it, but they're not even in construction. Okay, I have an idea of what they're doing. I didn't read anything, but they're probably trying to learn something.
Alright, okay, so,
Looks like the process.
so I'm just trying to think how we want to capture the process. That's what I have, and I used to go through it. For the that's my,
So let me ask you a question, and it may be an unfair question, but it's one that always bugs me, and the one I always ask in various places. It seems to me, in every jurisdiction that I've been involved in, governments somehow get involved in picking winners, and they provide support to certain companies and not to others. And the concern I have is that actually that interferes with reality, and there are unintended consequences. Sometimes the unintended consequences, it's not that no company is helped by that, but it may be that the wrong company is helped, or it may be that companies that should have been helped don't get helped. Are there implications from your research about what governments should do?
Okay. Maybe we don't make it public. Is this an action? Okay, I see that you got this. Alright, so then how much is this?
So 75 on keys or box.
This is not,
So it roughly is like $1,
get this, let's go straight with this.
70 something.
That's pretty obvious.
For 500 games.
It comes into this, like where we put in this screen, which, I'm saying, here's an idea.
Yeah, I want to see this picture.
How about like,
I can go through it.
so like,
Yeah, they're pretty good. Just see what you have.
A pearl. Yeah. Okay. Well, one of my concerns is that many of the ways that governments fund startup companies are quite bureaucratic and take quite a lot of time and kind of go through a type of peer review process which looks for performance based on the past, not radical things. And what we do is we train our entrepreneurs to be good at filling out forms and not to be too radical. where we know that big breakthroughs come from not filling out pieces of paper but getting customers and being radical. And so I often think we incent the wrong behaviors.
Forget to follow up with them. And this
Oh,
ultimately
he said he was
results in a waste of time and money on your behalf.
Yeah.
To do that. Solution is here. EVA. EVA is your personal event networking system.
For tripod, right?
EVA allows you to take the card of your own contact, take a picture of it using your phone, and then it will generate a new contact.
Like a good slide.
Taking the information from the card, as well as the location,
You thought of a slide,
to tell
you
what
didn't
event
say
you're at.
anything. And
You can then
then
assign a priority to your contact for when you want to get back in touch with them, and write down some notes about what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's good.
the picture.
I'm not sure that add
Two
two
seconds.
contact to a list, allowing you to generate
Yeah,
a
it
list
takes me a
of
while.
people with different priorities, and and EVA will remind you which contacts are important for you to get back to.
The quickest way is like a picture, which I know is a slide.
There are a lot of people working in this space, and there are essentially three divisions of product. The products that allow you to scan cards into your phone.
So what is
Products that generate smart reminders for you and help you follow up with people, and relationship management software, such as traditional CRM. EVA,
This is like very
combines
technical.
these three planes into a new product. Yeah.
Oh, how can we show?
Combining the best of image technology, as well as smart reminders and customer relations technology, to not only help you manage your network, but build it.
The whole purpose is trying to show that all is still everybody.
The base model of your is going to be free.
So for this, do you want to say
The base model of your is going to be free for everyone.
disadvantages?
But we're going to have some
Let's do
premium
it.
features that are really dedicated users to client traffic. We'll also have enterprise solutions, such as CRM integration and mail subscriber integration for companies who want to keep track of who their employees are. We have a huge range of features that we want to add to US, and right now, we're building a prototype that we hope to release in late December. The thing is, you have to determine what product, not only what we need to add to the base model, but also what we need to like in terms of the premium features.
He said
And
focus
then
on
determine what our enterprise customers would really like us to add to EVA. We're gonna launch in the US, or expand to the US, you said don't use launch, just launch less of it.
I'm being
Expand into the US,
it's
and then hopefully expand outside North America later on. We are the right people to do this, because we have such a diverse team. We have a team that's spanning not only
This is what he's trying to
solutions,
say.
but also for all
Which ties into like cost.
Never face the hassles of networking alone again with EVA. And
Oh, yeah,
he said,
so
oh,
it was like,
do
do this
we need to figure out
in
the
10
emails.
minutes, or
So you could do that. Yeah.
drive.
Oh, because we have project people that go, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
We have like costs and
Yeah, so
That was so
we
good.
originally.
Yeah, I think so. I think it also talks about the ability to bring together resources on a global basis and supply global markets. And governments tend to think about everything being in their market. The R&D is in their market, the production's in their market, the organization, the sales channel, the financial, and the whole idea that we don't really know where companies are based anymore is difficult for governments to understand. So that's interesting.
Put things operate. So if you're looking at
In the in-house, like, okay, wait, it's the same problem with, the card scanning app. Like, you address this one for, it works. It really works. Way better than anything I've.
Julia helps make things.
And he said dollar signs, right? And time.
You wanna have your business do, build the app.
But you could judge it like that.
One
So
learning and
it takes more time, a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
We will have some course on that. Because,
You're gonna do this?
So basically the same thing, right? Except you're not sure.
Phone gap, how that works.
Yeah.
Because I plan to do that, so we both do that
The thing is, you want to look at it.
So,
And then
go on.
see when it's
one.
Yeah, so.
To 2 seconds.
So it's a matter of how to make this so easy that somebody will recognize right away. So how do, okay, so then,
Supposedly, it's really straightforward, it converts every picture.
So that's really interesting. So I would like to kind of end with one like big conclusion, and I think maybe something you've already said, but people reading the paper, what is the thing in terms of implication they're going to take away with something to think about, either for practice or for future research? I prefer for practice, but what's the big implication they're going to think about when they read the paper?
Yeah, if I work on this for a solid month, I would make it look something. So if I put this together, that's
okay, so the theme of this is something to think about.
yeah.
How can we
I mean, I have to go because it's not only for, it's more for business than it is.
how can this in one
I'm not going to want to help them out, doing property management. No, it's not that easy.
Is this cheaper than what?
yeah, this is cheaper than the
No,
So this
Goes
is-
in right
this is
there.
the
This
cheapest.
is
Another
$2
platform.
now? Is this the middle?
Because I'm gonna do this at some point later on, probably. So,
So when you want to
kind of
$1 side,
get
it's
into business,
$2.
people.
1.2.
I don't like doing, oh, I see. Yeah, I'm trying to. We're just as fast as the book.
Now with the
Oh, no, it's not just for making, like, you're doing this whole thing down there. There's like several steps.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good.
You should have it like that after the 2008 crash.
That's great. I think it's really an important comment. It's interesting. So many years ago, the guy that was the president of Cadbury's in England came to Canada, and we were talking to him about innovation and what happened and he was basically describing the regime before Thatcher and after Thatcher. And he basically said, at the board level in Cadbury, before Thatcher, every time we had any strategic decisions to make, it was always, what are the union implications, what are the tax implications, what are this, what are that. And afterwards, we never thought about the government. We just didn't have to put government input, policies, tax on the agenda. They were obviously consequences, but they weren't the driving force for decisions. And it's interesting to see how